Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house, and today I've got in the house the Shirogorov F3NS in a bronze carbon fiber configuration here with me for a review, and we're gonna analyze the look, the sound, and the feel of this guy. But hey, don't forget to like the video and to subscribe to the channel if you're enjoying this kind of content right over here. So here we have something truly amazing. It's the F3NS in bronze configuration. I mean, guys, this is 8.75 inch long overall in length with a 3.85 inch long blade, and look at that, 4.9 almost 5 inch long handle. It's a fantastic one. It's the F3NS liner lock from Shirogorov Knives. Truly an outstanding one. And let's just check it out real quick up against Ontario number 2. And on Ontario number 1, you can see that this guy is bigger than both. Bam! It's not a small guy by any means. Like, for example, look at this. Benchmade bag out, mini bag out, sorry. And here you have the Benchmade bag out up against the Shiro. Bam! Bigger than both. It's not a small guy. Another couple options I want to show you here are the Spyderco Para 3 right over here, and the Spyderco Para Military 2. Check it out. Look at that. Just center it. So you can see that it's still bigger than both options offered, like the pretty classic and famous options from Spyderco. Another couple options here you have, maybe you are a Chris Reeve Knives fan, and here you have small Sebenza 21, large Sebenza 21. Nothing doing it. This is still bigger than both. But if you check, for example, Custom Knife Factory 520, and if you check Snafu 2.0, couple options all, from Custom Knife Factory, you're going to notice that this guy is now starting to be a little bit bigger than that. And this is not a small boy. Another couple options I want to show you also from Shirogorov. We have here Neon NL, that's a custom division 1. And I want to show you also like this guy over here. This is the Kami Flipper, which is a fantastic collaboration with Sienkiewicz. Dmitry Sienkiewicz design, really cool. Just another couple one here, Koenig Knives Arius, that's a style 55, and this is Hinderer Knives XM18, so you can appreciate also like up against that bad boy. And what else can I show you? Oh, something smaller I want to show you here. This is the Fontenelle Pateau. Look at this, Fab Edition Laitier Nature. So a little of gentleman's knife right there. And I want to show you also this little fella here. This is the Mnandi by Chris Reeve Knives, so you can have an idea of the size of the Shirogorov. So let's just check this guy out, because this is a fantastic one, guys. Shirogorov F3NS. It's the latest iteration of the F3 production lineup. This guy is the bronze one, has the card is stating. This guy comes also with a blue accent or purple accent. You can see that this is basically like an F3NS, just with a couple differences. You have, of course, like this beautifully bronze-infused carbon fiber set of scales, of course. Look at that, shimmering, really nice indeed. You have a bronze anodized pocket clip and bronze anodized back spacer. The liners are just plain titanium, stone washed, so there's a little bit of contrast, as you can see from this point of view. It's a beautiful liner lock. This is gonna run around $900, so it's not a cheap one. But it's beautifully made in Russia by Shirogorov. Overall look, it's the classic Shiro look, fantastic. It's something that I really like. Carbon fiber scales, titanium liners, titanium backspacer, titanium pocket clip. Let's say like proprietary hardware, not so proprietary, because I mean you're gonna be able to open this guy with a penny or like a nickel, something like that, or like a flathead screwdriver, but be careful because you might risk to mar these screws. That's why you can also get some tool, something like that, with the bits that are gonna be fitting this guy perfectly to take this guy apart with no issues whatsoever. Fantastic handle, 3D milled sets of scales, handles beautifully chamfered all the way around, internal skeletonization to reduce the weight, internal chamfering to have like a fantastic finish on this guy. Titanium geared 3D milled backspacer, bronze anodized lanyard hole is built in like that. It's just fantastic. This is kind of like similar to the Quantum, like you can see. I mean, Quantum is another level, but yeah, that's the idea. So it's just fantastic. The handle has this finger groove over here, which is gorgeously molded, like fitted to my hand. It feels like meant to feel my hand like that. It's just fantastic how it feels. Blade centering 100%. Backspacer protecting the tip of the blade. You're not gonna be able to touch it, to snag it. Fantastic. Overall look, classic Shirogorov look. Flipper tab, beautifully designed. That's how you design a flipper tab. Right amount of jimping, it's sweeping down, it's chamfered, it's beautiful, it's unobtrusive, it's absolutely effective for a light switch or push button 100%. You have an area of milling around the flipper tab over here, so you can land your index, the fingertip in this area over here, and it's not gonna be causing you any issues, any soreness like that. So beautifully designed as well. The pivot is not captive. You have to step up the game in your game into buying a custom division Shirogorov to get a keyed in pivot screw, and that's probably one of my gripes with Shirogorov. I think it's not that difficult to have a captive pivot, and that could be a big improvement for people like me that appreciate to disassemble the knife, which by the way it's pretty straightforward. You have 2 screws, 1 pivot, 1 handle screw, boom, you're done. You get the tool, you're done. You can just push it like here, you can just tape it this side over here, so it's not like a huge deal, but for some people it might be, so I think that would be a fantastic improvement for Shirogorov. Also, you've got, in this case, stainless steel lock face insert, which is because these liners are titanium, and of course to eliminate lock stick in this in contact of with the tang of the blade with titanium and steel, they added some steel, so it's going to be steel and steel up against steel, and no lock stick whatsoever. Really cool. Very nice detent. There's no detent ball ramp in this one. You've got titanium, almost deep carry pocket clip. You see, this guy is gonna be sticking out, not fully fully deep carry. Nicely milled, beautifully chamfered over here. There is some nice clip ramp over here. Is effective. The stiffness, it's not too much. It's gonna be absolutely functional and also looks good. The screw is not hidden, like for example you have like in this case you see you have hidden screw for the pocket clip, so it's showing, but it's tip carry only. It's not reversible, it's just for right-handed people, it's gonna stay here. You have also a nice blade, beautiful, I love the shape. This guy is just gorgeous. You have some nice, nicely done jimping with some chamfering, with some swedge going on and stopping right up to this point. Nicely effective. You have, you see this drops a little bit like that, so the swedge stops here, the tip gets a little bit, it keeps the thickness, so it's gonna be good also like to pry, but remember it gets thin at the end. And then you have basically like kind of like 60% belly in this profile and straight edge up to the sharpening choil. Classic Shirogorov plunge grind design. You have the flipper tab with some chamfering going on, of course, and then just beautifully following the profile of the finger groove right over here. Of course, you've got the Shiro logo and M390 markings on the blades. Not too obtrusive. It's classic Shirogorov billboarding. It's I always prefer some sterile looking blades, but yeah, this is not that bothering me specifically. Stonewash blade finish, flat grind, almost full flat grind. You have a little bit of flat going on over here. It's just a beauty of a slicer. Let's just quickly check. Stock thickness is 0.157, and check out how thin behind the edge this guy is. It's like, what is this here? let me see, at this point, 0.01, like at this level. It's a superb slicer, this guy. It's just fantastic. For what concerns the sound, guys, this is a whipping sound. Nice and clacky. When you close it, clicky, unobtrusive. Boom, and beam, and boom, and beam. It's just fantastic. It's pleasant, not obtrusive. It's not loud, this one. It's fantastic. It's a nice clank and click. And when you deploy the blade, you hear the whirring, the whooshing sound of the multi-row bearings just in action to create this smooth sound. Love it. The weight on this guy is going to be not too crazy because there's some internal skeletonization going on, carbon fiber. It's going to be 4.72 ounces. So for a knife, a full-size knife, let's say, it's not too bad. What is fantastic is just the ergonomics on this one. 0 hotspots, feels great in the hand, no sharp edges. The lock bar is super easy to disengage, very comfortable. There's some cutout, you see it's not symmetric. You have some milled area over here. It's gonna like comfortably allocate your thumb to do this movement. Beautifully designed. You can also do like a reverse grip, a fantastic size for my hand. You see I have this area over here to grip it, and look, it's just gonna feel great. This side over here is gonna create some finger guard kind of affair, so you're gonna be feeling absolutely a solid blade in your hand. There's no, I mean, you can also like do a little bit more advanced grip. There's not like really like a finger choil, so I wouldn't put my finger here, but like that you can take full advantage of the jimping, and it's just gonna feel like fantastic. Absolutely solid. There's some milling lines, pretty fine, but they are gonna add some grippiness to the to your grip. There's these grooves going on both sides. Again, extra traction. It's not that slippery. Fit and finish is just outstanding. Nothing is out of place, no misalignment. Everything is flush. There's no rattling when shaken. There's no blade play. 0 finger soreness, neither here or here. It's beautifully done. This is the this jimping here are beautifully designed and absolutely functional. Of course, 0 lock stick because of the stainless steel lock face insert present in this position. Clip ramp stiffness, maybe I would have preferred maybe a little bit higher clip ramp at the entrance, but this design over here ensures not to have any hot spots, so it's good. You have multi-row bearing system going on in this under the hood. These are in a cage, but they're like loose, so pay attention when you disassemble this guy, not to lose any. But I mean, the action, guys, is something truly ridiculous in a good way. I mean, this is deploying like so smooth and closing like so delicately. That is crazy. You can do something like very, very slow. Look at this, like kind of like gliding slow, and the blade just wants to close. Or you can do something a little bit like faster, like that. You see, and the blade, oh, guys, tell me when to stop. It's fantastic. The action is the highlight of this guy. I mean, the look is fantastic, the feel is great, fantastic sound as well, but the action is just something outstanding for a production knife. I'm in love. I love this guy. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.